Everyone, in this lecture we will discuss about the operation of CMOS inverter circuit. First, let us know what is CMOS inverter. CMOS is nothing but complementary metal oxide semiconductor device. So here complementary in the sense it has to use two different technologies. Those are, one is PMOS technology and another one is NMOS technology. And inverter means it is going to complement the input at the output side. That means if you have given the input as 1, it will give the output as 0. And if you give the input as 0, and it will provide the output as 1. That means the complementary value of the input is generated at the output. So here you could see the inverter symbol as well as the CMOS inverter circuit. So in the circuit, we have connected PMOS transistor to the VDD, that is power supply. So that is the maximum highest voltage possible. And the NMOS device is connected to VSS. That means most of the times it is mentioned as ground. So here why PMOS device is known as pull-up device? Here the output can be pulled through the PMOS device to the highest voltage. That is why it is known as pull-up transistor. Similarly, NMOS device is known as pull-down device because it can reduce the output voltage to the 0. That means since it is connected to the ground, so it is capable of dragging the voltage to the 0 voltage. So hence it is known as pull-down device. Now let us see the operation of CMOS inverter, how it is able to provide the complement of the inputs at the output section. So here whenever the low input voltage, that means 0 volts, is given to the CMOS inverter, then the PMOS transistor is completely turned on. Why? Because it requires less amount of voltage at its gate section to turn on. If you examine the gate terminal of NMOS transistor, since it requires positive threshold voltage, so whenever 0 volts is given, it is completely turned off. So now there is connection from VDD output. So the output is pulled to the highest voltage, that is nothing but 5 volts. So we can get logic 1 at the output. Now similarly, whenever the high input voltage is given to the CMOS inverter, that is nothing but 5 volts, which is considered as logic 1, the PMOS transistor, so which requires less voltage for its operation, has been completely turned off, whereas the NMOS transistor, which requires positive threshold voltage, so is completely turned on. So it will stop many electrons that are accumulating at the output, and it will pull down the voltage of output to the 0 volts. So at the output section we can get the logic 0 as the output. Next, let us discuss these characteristics of CMOS inverter. So here these characteristics are known as DC or static characteristics. So where we have discussed the relationship between input voltage as well as the output voltage, and then the relationship between input voltage as well as the output current. So here by varying the input voltage from lowest voltage to the highest voltage, we have seen the output variations as well as the current variations. So in order to understand the characteristics well, the region of operation of CMOS inverter has been divided into various regions. Respectively 5 different regions are being discussed here. So in the first region, the voltage is very low. That means the input voltage is very low. So here the range of input voltage is from 0 to VTN. VTN is nothing but the threshold voltage of NMOS transistor. So here the voltage which is being applied to the CMOS inverter is very much lesser than the threshold voltage of NMOS device. So that is why NMOS transistor is in cutoff state. So here this voltage is very much lesser than the threshold voltage of PMOS device. So the PMOS transistor is in linear condition. So in this region, there is no current flows from the supply voltage to the ground. So there is no power dissipation in this region. So the region 1 is summarized as NMOS transistor is completely off and PMOS transistor is in linear condition, and there is zero current flows in the circuit. Next, coming to the second region of operation. So here in this figure you could see in the region 2 the transistors are slightly conducting. So that means in this region both transistors are in conduction, but coming to the region 2 one of the transistor is in saturation, that means NMOS transistor is in saturation condition. Why? Because here the input voltage range is between VTN and half of the supply voltage. So since we are increasing the voltage slowly, the NMOS transistor which was previously in cutoff state is slowly coming into the conduction and it comes into the saturation region, whereas PMOS transistor will be in linear region. So in region 2 both transistors are in conduction state. So that is why there is a slight amount of current flows through the circuit. Next, coming to the region 3, this region is classified as exactly the input voltage is fixed at half of the supply voltage, that means VDD by 2. So at this voltage both NMOS transistor as well as PMOS transistor are in saturation mode. So here the inverter circuit can exhibit the gain. So here in this diagram you could see in the region 3 both transistors are in saturation region. So that means the output is exactly similar to the input. So the relationships of input and output voltages are mentioned like this. So since NMOS transistor is in saturation condition, so its input voltage, gate to source voltage, is always greater than its threshold voltage, and PMOS transistor is also in saturation condition, its gate to source voltage is lesser than its threshold voltage, and the outputs relationships are being given like this. That means for NMOS device the output is greater than the subtraction of the input as well as its threshold voltage, whereas the output for the PMOS device is lesser than the subtraction of its input and its threshold voltage. So since here both transistors are in saturation condition, large amount of current is drawn from the power supply, so there will be huge amount of power dissipation inside the circuit. So now let us coming to the operation of region 4. So here the operation of region 4 is opposite to the region 2. That means here in region 4 we could see NMOS transistor will be coming into the linear region, whereas PMOS transistor will come into the saturation region respectively. Why? Because here we are increasing the voltage range from half of the supply voltage to the maximum voltage. So that is why the operations of these two devices are being interchanged. So in this region also, since there is a connection exists from VDD to VSS, so there is a small amount of current is flowed through the inverter circuit. So but coming to the region 3, the power dissipation is quite low in this region 4. Next, coming to the operation of region 5, which was quite different to the region 1. That means in region 1 we have experienced the PMOS transistor is completely turned on, whereas NMOS transistor is completely turned off. But here in the region 5, since we are increasing the voltage to the maximum, that is nothing but VDD, which is possible highest voltage. So here the NMOS transistor, which requires positive voltage at its gate terminal, so will be coming into the linear region and it is completely turned on, whereas the PMOS transistor, which requires lowest voltage at its gate region, will be in the cutoff state. So here only one of these transistor is in on condition. So here the NMOS transistor is in turned on condition. That is why it is able to pull down the output to the 0 volts. So in this region also we can see only zero current flows through the device. So here in this region there is no power dissipation at all. So